And did that work? There we go. There we go, baby. Alright, so game number 2, Ryung leads 1-0. This guy down here, he's going to have to make a comeback. The red Zerg player, it is Solar. His opponent down here in the bottom left-hand side of the map, the blue Terran, taking a nice game 1 victory. It is Ryung. So Ryung here, going for gas first once again. This is like your just most standard opening in pretty much every matchup. These days, it's like almost always gas first. Occasionally, we still will see the just barracks gas command center, but with this build, you do get your Hellions out very quickly, and Hellions really are the one unit we've been seeing a lot of in the recent meta. Interestingly, though, Solar going to be going for a gas pool again here. Could just be going for a macro build. Yeah, looks like his drone's just going to go down and expand here. This is a nice opening, right? Because your Zerglings can always try and dodge the Reaper. You can try to slow down your opponent's command center. It's exceptionally safe against crazy things like 3-Rax Reaper. But in these spawn locations, what's going to be really worrisome for Solar is just the big Terran push coming down here, pushing up this ramp, sieging up from here, whether with siege tanks or just an elevator push, you know, Biomine versus Ling Bane. And these choke points on this map are just so brutal. Like, Cactus Valley, man. I feel like a lot of Zergs call this Craptus Valley because there are so many angles you can just get wrecked from it. You know, you take your third here, and then it's like, oh, Widowmine Bio or tanks spread around this ledge. Super hard to engage into. And the thing is, on cross map, it's so much better for Zerg because this open area in the middle is so good for Zerg to engage into. Like, there's a few movement blockers, but for the most part, it is wide open. And Terran, when they're contesting the middle, has to usually retreat into these choke points, into these sort of pathways towards the center in order to make it happen. So, oh, Ryung going to come across. His Reaper did not spot the Zerglings coming. He's got nothing at home. Command Center's going to get delayed here. That's 6 Zerglings. Oh, man, is he going to go for, like, a cancel or something? That's a lot of Zerglings. Oh, we've got even more Zerglings on the way and a Zergling speed. He's actually doing a Ling Flood here. So these Zerglings want to distract him by as much time as possible. Does that tip Ryung off, though? It definitely seems a bit sus if you see a Zerg player doing that. Oh, didn't dodge that grenade. 2 Zerglings getting hit by it, taking a lot of damage. This next SCV going to go down. Zerglings chasing the Reaper. Good focus fire from Ryung so far. Oh, he kills his own SCV! Oh, man. But more Zerglings coming in. So this is the point where Ryung knows he's up against something a little bit crazy. He's trying desperately to get this command center built. If he loses that, he's going to be in huge trouble. He's got a single Hellion. The Hellion is out, but he's so busy microing his Reaper. He's a little bit slow pulling it into the party. Oh, he's got to get down there, but he's afraid of the Ling Flood. He doesn't want to just straight up lose the game. He thinks Solar might be all in here. Good Reaper grenade does go down. He's microing so well. The Marines on the high ground, the Hellion Reaper on the low ground, and he's got the Marines on the high ground covering them. This is sick control from Ryung. Oh my god. This is actually insane, but that CC, it's so low. Oh my god, it goes down. All right. I do remember we hopped into this replay at the event, literally right as that happened, that command center, and I thought that Solar was just gonna, roll him after that. I'm trying to remember though, because I think this game did go on for quite a bit. Anyway, I'll stop trying to remember exactly what happened in this game because I've glanced almost all of the IEM games while they were happening, but I didn't really get to follow them very closely. So I really hope he does go mech this game. It looks like there is a command center going down on the high ground. We've got Cloak on the way. It looks like that's going to be the sort of comeback unit that Ryung's going for here. He doesn't have enough minerals to build Hellions right now, so he's actually pausing Hellion production and just relying on these 3 Hellions to keep him safe. Meanwhile, back at home, Solar just droning on up. Look at this, 34 drones versus 22 SCVs. Doesn't really have any tech or Roach Warren or any decent queen count yet, just 3 queens. But that's fine. He's got so long until Ryung has a decent economy, until Ryung has a decent Hellion count. The only one thing here which Ryung has is this Cloak is very fast, considering how delayed everything else is for Ryung. So seeing, a couple Marines, the command center not even finished on the natural, Solar might get lulled into a false sense of security. And if that actually happens, then things can get out of control really fast. Of course, he'll just need to have a Spore Crawler there. This Overlord, it saw the factory, it saw the command center, it's still no idea about that starport. More Hellions are coming out here, just 1 or 2 at a time, trying to keep a little bit of control over the map. Solar's creep spread, though, already spreading 1 creep tumor down each of these 3 directions, spreading out to that 3rd base. Lair is on the way, and it looks like, was that a Roach Warren again? Looks like Solar wanting to play Roach Ravager here. Oh, Hellions going to go for a run by. This is really risky. They're deep on creep. The Zerglings, they're going to get us around. Oh, at least one Hellion's going to go down here. It looks like, oh my god, every single Hellion's going to go down. Great micro from Solar there to latch onto those Hellions. Blasts them all out of the sky. Where are those Banshees, guys? It looks like, oh, he's banking them up. He's just going to go across the map with 2 Banshees at once. This is a big gamble from Ryung. He has no idea if there's detection or not. It turns out the lair is not quite finished, but it's going to be ready by the time he gets there. So these Banshees are going to have a real struggle actually cleaning up Solar's unit. Solar has 5 Queens as well, which should be enough Queens to take out those Banshees, but he doesn't have an Overlord spotting it. So these Banshees, they're going to fly in on this southern end of the map. They're going to come into the back of this natural, and he needs to kill at least 10 or 15 SCVs, or I think he's pretty screwed right now. He's still way down on workers. He's got a 3rd command center building. He's really trying to play the economic game to catch this up. The Banshee's already just one-shotting these drones. Great focus fire here from Ryung. Does take down 8, 9 workers. Ooh, very good control from Ryung. He's just going to float into the main. He knows that Overseer was morphing the natural. And he's going to rotate. Oh, great rotation from Ryung. He realizes those Queens weren't watching this. He's going to come into this 3rd base, wasting more mining time. 10 drone kills already to start things out is pretty sick. But he is now going to have to back off. Ryung flies on out of there. 10 drone kills, lost mining time. That's definitely the beginning of a comeback here for Ryung. 3rd CC is finishing up. Overseer for Solar sees everything, and most importantly, spots the extra factory going down. It is going to be mech, boys and girls. Hellions and Banshees still constantly being produced right now. Lots and lots of Hellions and Banshees. No Hyperflight Rotors has been upgraded. So it looks like these Banshees are just to have some sort of, hard-hitting unit which can provide safety against any potential Roach bust. Viking will eventually clean up this Overseer. Yeah. Good job there from Ryung. This Viking's going to get quite a bit of value, actually. Already has killed an Overseer and Overlord. He's going to get another Overlord. Solar, though, is up at a nice economy now. 3 bases, fully saturated. Infestation Pit and Hydra Den on the way. Just going to rush up towards Vipers. My favorite way to play against mech. Queen's out in the open. Oh, misses the transfuse. Blunder there from Solar. Takes a little bit more damage than he wanted to. The Hellions of Ryung are going to be very decisive, just putting damage out on those Queens. He wants to slow down this creep spread. He really does not want that creep at his front doorstep. And for Ryung right now, you're stuck down on 2 bases. You're wondering, do I even take my 3rd here where I normally would, or do I expand away from Solar? Good scan from Ryung. Will clean that up. Ryung's going to try and dive in with a Hellion. Sees a bunch of Roaches, and he is starting up that double siege tank production behind this. He's got a reactor going down here on the starport, and a 4th and 5th factory are down. In terms of armory, +1 weapons only just now starting. So the upgrades aren't very good for Ryung. He's going to be just trying to survive. He knows upgrades aren't really going to help until he has a bigger army. So even though it sucks to get them so late because your upgrades are going to kick in a lot later than you'd like them to, at least this way he should be able to hang on against any sort of Roach Ravager Hydra bust and do so. We got some shit talk in chat from Edgewood. He says, great focus fire, amazing shift click micro. Mate, the Banshees were moving, shooting, moving, shooting. There's always like a Twitch chat GM who I hope is trolling, but you never know. Banshee's just going to poke in there, don't really find any damage. Tanks and Hellions here should be more than enough to deal with these Roaches. That's a lot of Hellions. There's plenty of meat up front and center. Barracks here is floating out as a scout. It's going to see a lot of Roaches and Hydras coming across the map. Hive is almost done. Viper production is about to start up here. And man, this is like one of these games where Ryung needs the sickest engagement when that first big Roach Hydra Viper push comes. Needs to somehow like snipe off the Vipers or just not get blinding clouded or something like that. These Banshees gonna manage to just barely escape there. Lots of Hellions are out. Okay, what are we gonna see? Tanks, Thors being mixed in. I think really here for Ryung, right, he's just trying to max out on a big army. Solar, on the other hand, only going for 2 Vipers so far. Going for Overlord speed. His 2-2 upgrades are a little bit delayed. They're not the absolute fastest. But as these Vipers get energy, I can't really imagine there's going to be a lot of success for Ryung hanging on against this. He can just abduct 4 siege tanks, kill them, and then pull away. Or he can drop blinding clouds and really go for the bust move. Either way, it's going to be pretty effective. Missile turrets mixed in are going to be very important here for Ryung, just to make sure those Vipers don't have free reign, as well as to kill off any Overseers or Overlords. But most importantly, it's going to be about having enough tanks. Once the Viper energy is gone, there need to be enough tanks spread out to hang on against Zerg. And holy shit, man. We've got 6 Dropper Lords morphing. Oh my god, Solar's just going to use the mobility. Alright, so it's going to be a big Roach Hydra drop in the main base while using the Vipers to just abduct units from the front. This is really sick. Or he could even wait for Ryung to react to the drop and then jump on whatever is left at the front with his Roach Hydra Viper. Either way, Solar here really looking to make some sick moves happen. Ryung continuing to clear creep on the right-hand side and denying any potential 5th base from going down up there. But this drop is coming in. Hellion run by is going to run into this base. Not going to get too much done. Roaches, Queen, Spine are all there. Vipers up here. Oh, one of the Vipers does almost go down immediately. Great Viking positioning, but the drop is unloading in the main base. There's no units in position. All these tanks are unsieging here for Ryung. He needs to get back up there and defend. He's going to lose his +1 vehicle plating, which had just started, so it's not too big of a loss. The Hellions, though, oh, nice sieges up here from Ryung. Nice and spread out. His units were pretty well staggered. So he is going to protect this part of his base. At the same time, though, Abducts coming in here from Solar. But those missile turrets, oh, going to take out one of those Vipers. One of them does survive. Roach, Hydra, and Ravager's going to jump in on top of this 3rd base. That's it. There's no ground units left here anymore. He's going to be able to get on top of this base and start damaging the economy. The Roaches and Hydras in the main base as well, also barely breaking through. Huge numbers of SCVs going down, and this is the damage that Solar needed. It looks like finally Ryung's going to get some units down here. He should be able to chase this off, but it's a little bit too little too late. He's already lost 22 workers. His economy got really fragmented there and just torn apart. And meanwhile, behind this, 73 drones for Solar. This is not like an unlimited economy. This is not 85 drones, but 73 drones is still plenty, especially since he kept that one Viper alive. He's going to be building 3 more Vipers to join up with that, as well as just another max of 2 Roach Hydra. And with only 115 supply, Ryung is going to need some magic to hang on against this. He's got +2 vehicle weapons. He's got a nice little tank spread, but he's lost all of his missile turrets. Doesn't have many units in the main base. Another drop is going to be coming in. 5 full Overlords. Vikings, though, here are going to be able to zone this out for now. They're going to do a pretty decent job. And it looks like Solar is just going to bide his time. He's going to wait for the moment. I really think now that he's max, he needs to push as soon as these Vipers have energy. They are his power unit right now. They're what give him cost efficiency. Right now, the 3rd base is barely defended for Ryung. He's focusing all of his defense around this one central choke because he knows if he loses that area, then he's pretty much out. So Vikings are going to defend from drops, and he's going to focus everything else around being spread in this area. It's only tanks, Vikings, and Hellions in production. He does have a 4th command center, but his SCV count is actually rebuilt to 61 SCVs. Not bad at all. Banshees coming in on the right-hand side. These guys have really done work this game. 8 kills on one, 9 kills on the other. And damaging the 5th base as well. Very nice play. Just continuing to be annoying. And this is buying more time. These Vipers are on full energy right now. Yet Solar isn't pushing. I feel like Solar's definitely giving Ryung a little bit more time than he probably should right now. More Hellions from Ryung, also ready for the run by. Ryung here actually really doing a good job. He's even coming out to clear creep. And his supply is actually getting pretty high right now. If he gets another minute or 2 without Solar attacking, if he can get up about 6 or 7 Vikings to snipe down Vipers as they come in, he might actually be able to do this. Good split off here from Solar is going to stop both the Hellions and the Banshees from coming back in. And it looks like Solar is finally looking for the next push. Ooh, Parasitic Bomb goes down, but he loses a Viper for it. Oh, and he's already losing hit points on another Viper. Really great play by Ryung so far. If he can snipe off another Viper before it lands spells, he definitely has potential to make this work, but Solar just rotating really quickly. Ryung desperately trying to reposition his tanks. He needs to get back up here to defend this 3rd base. Vikings, Hellbat's tanks are coming forward, but oh no, the Vikings! The Vikings are starting to get focused down. The Vipers are nowhere near, though. Another huge drop in the main base, which I only just noticed because I'm terrible at observing. And I get tunnel vision really badly. It looks like he's got units in the main base. Solar has picked him apart, using Abducts and Blinding Clouds here on these siege tanks. Oh man, the Roach Hydra just killing off so many of these expensive mech units. Even if Ryung holds on here, he's taking so many losses. The main base trade is going really poorly for him as well. Solar is still maxed out here, and it looks like he's going to kill even that tank, and he's even going to keep a Hydralisk alive. Oh no! All the mules just dropped at this Hydralisk. It's just going to sit there and kill every single one of these SCVs and mules. They're going to try and break it, the SCVs. Well, looks like... Oh! They actually do manage to drill it down. That SCV was a hero. But, it's the sort of hero where he dies at the end of the movie because there is just too much Zerg right now. There's 4 more Vipers on the way, 25 Roaches, 16 Hydras. More and more Roaches are being picked up into these drop overlords. 6th base is on the way for Solar. And what have we got? 6 tanks, a Viking, 6 Hellions, and a Thor. This is a pretty sad Terran army. Yeah, Solar just getting a bit too far ahead early on this game with the with that big Zergling cancel on the command center. But I gotta say, Ryung played this incredibly well. He was super far behind. Yes, he got a bit of damage with his Banshees because Solar wasn't quite prepared for that. But since then, you know, the Hellion Banshee rotations, the clearing of creep, the defense, despite being hit in multiple areas, he's done a very good job. Roaches hit that back base, Blinding Cloud lands on the tanks, and it looks like the Roach Hydra is just going to overwhelm the entire mech army, incapacitated, and Ryung has to tap it out. GG. GG. Ryung actually is looking way better in this series than Solar. Solar is good. He's a great player. But Ryung's kind of just looking better than him. Even though Solar won that game. Then again, Cactus Valley is kind of tough. I do like the drop play from Solar. I do think that's really cool. But yeah, I think he's really got to just find a way to lock everything down. So just 30 seconds of downtime while I get into the next replay, guys, because the new patch came out. It counts them as old replays, so I've got to log out and log back in quickly to load up the old version of StarCraft. GG. All right, guys, let's go into map number 3 of Solar versus Ryung, and let's see how it goes. Once again, black screen transition for the win.